So in this example, we're going to create a traditional coursework assignment. So you can see we're on a course page and we've got our editing turned on. As always, we turn our editing on by clicking on the white cog at the top right hand corner of the page when the page loads, and we select turn editing on, and then we're presented with our edit options for all of our activities on our page, and we've also got the ability to add an activity or resource to each one of the sections. So in my assignment in quizzes, I'm going to add an activity or resource, or click on add an activity or resource. On top of the activity list is assignment, and I'm going to click add to create that. So in terms of a traditional kind of coursework submission, what we will need to do is give it a name. So I'm going to call it coursework submission. If we wanted to give it a description, we can do. This by default will appear in our course summary or a submission summary. When they click on the assignment, all the details will be displayed there, but we can also choose to display this description on the course page. So if there's information that you want them to definitely see even before they go into the submission, check this box and we can add it there, and they can see it as soon as they're on that course page. So I've added something obviously very bland, but you might want to add something with actual kind of detail. If there are any additional files linked to the assignment, so an assignment brief, a marking guide or a rubric, you can click on the add a file, and then you can choose to upload a file or from either your computer, or if you're connected to OneDrive, you can select it from there. So I'm going to choose file, and I'm going to upload a file from my computer. And I'm just going to pick a document at random just to show you the process, and then we're going to click upload, and that file is there ready to be displayed with the assignment. So that will display when they click onto the title of the assignment. All the files that you add there will be displayed on a separate page. In terms of when we need the availability to run from, so in sense of a coursework submission, we tend to allow submission from the moment we create it, and then we set a due date for when we want it to be submitted by, and then we leave the cut-off date free or unenabled so that late submissions are allowed, and it marks it that was a late submission. And then we can set a little notification for ourselves as to when we need to have our grades and feedback done. So these are all drop-down menus, so you select the dates and the times that you want. In terms of a coursework submission, we recommend that you set it for in-core hours working time, maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so if there is an issue, your students have got the ability to reasonably expect to be able to contact you, TIS or the library for assistance in that submission. If we do want to set the cut-off date, we can, and that will simply need to be matched up with the point of which we do not want any more submissions to go from. So normally that's going to be at the same time as the due date, or if you were going to allow some wiggle room, maybe a couple of days after the due date. But for this example, we're just going to match them up. And you can see if we save and return to course, that assignment is ready, and that is how a traditional